Hey everyone, welcome to our camp with another recap. The movie begins with Arj, an unlucky and broke guy who's trying his best to save his life, but the harder he tries, the more everything falls apart. He's stuck working full-time at a hardware store. Every day he loses a bit more hope, but there's someone watching him closely all the time, someone Arj can't see. The angel Gabriel. Gabriel has been lowered to a minor role, and most of his job now is saving people who text and drive before they crash. He even saves Arj once like that. Gabriel keeps asking his boss, Martha, to let him take on more meaningful tasks, but she tells him other angels are responsible for the major cases, and he's not allowed to interfere. At work, Elena wants to form a union because their pay is low, and she asks Arj to help. But Arj only wants to stay there temporarily and doesn't want to get involved. Elena really doesn't like that answer. After their shift, they bump into each other again at a street food place, and since Elena's favorite dish is sold out, Arj invites her to share his. Gabriel watches the whole thing, hoping Elena might be exactly the spark of hope Arj needs. After dinner, Arj parks his car in a lot and sleeps in the seat because he has nowhere else to go. His dad calls him, and Arj pretends he's in his new place and everything's great. The next morning, he goes to a cleaning job at a very large house. Jeff lives there. Arj is amazed by the cars inside the house. While Arj cleans the garage, Jeff continues enjoying his comfortable life. When Arj finishes, Jeff is impressed.
Holy look how clean my garage is.
And tells him he needs a new assistant. Arj offers himself, but Jeff doubts he's right for the job. Arj insists enough that Jeff finally agrees to hire him for a one-week trial, and if it goes well, maybe permanently. It's the first time Arj really sees what a luxury life looks like. Poolside breakfasts, an extremely expensive watch, parties. Arj does well enough that Jeff trusts him and even gives him a bank card for expenses. Suddenly, Arj's life gets a bit better, and he's able to rent a motel room. The next morning, Jeff gives Arj the code to his safe, which has a gun in it just in case because there have been burglaries in the neighborhood. Jeff finds out Arj is going on a date, but his clothes look terrible, so he gives Arj one of his own jackets and the name of a restaurant he should take Elena to. Arj and Elena have a good dinner, but Arj gets nervous when he sees the bill. He ends up using Jeff's card. The next morning, Jeff fires him for that, and Arj goes back to his difficult life. That same night, he falls asleep in a restaurant, and when he leaves, he realizes his car got towed. Now he doesn't even have a place to sleep. When Arj has no idea what to do anymore, Gabriel finally decides to help and reveals himself. Arj doesn't believe he's an angel, so Gabriel shows him his future. Arj quickly gets a job at a company and becomes very busy with little time for himself. Later, he moves in with Elena at her mom's house, which is small and filled with people. Eventually, they move to Texas, but their dog is dying of cancer. This was not the future Arj expected. It seems like things will never truly get better. To prove that Arj's current life isn't as terrible as he thinks, Gabriel decides to do something drastic and puts his hand on Arj's shoulder. Arj wakes up in a car. He's confused and drives to the address saved in the GPS. He ends up at Jeff's house, but now the house belongs to Arj. Gabriel switched their lives. Now Arj is the owner of Jeff's luxury lifestyle. Gabriel appears and tells Arj he can stay like this for a few days, but then he'll have to go back. Arj really enjoys Jeff's lifestyle, especially the poolside breakfasts and being around wealthy people. But the problem is that Elena no longer has any memory of him in this version of his life. Arj visits the hardware store and introduces himself to Elena. They go to the same restaurant again and have a good time together. Gabriel realizes he made a serious mistake because this was supposed to show Arj how valuable his real life actually is. The next morning, Arj's time is up. Gabriel tells him he needs to return to his real life, but Arj doesn't want to give up this new one. Gabriel can't send him back without Arj's own consent. Martha punishes Gabriel for what he did, takes his wings away, and now Gabriel has to live as a human. Gabriel shows up at Arj's party. Without his wings, everyone can see him now. When he notices Arj still isn't doing what he is supposed to do, he restores Jeff's memory. Jeff realizes what has happened and faints from the shock. Everyone runs out of the party. When Jeff wakes up, he wants his real life back, but Arj refuses. Jeff offers Arj $200,000, but Gabriel explains that once they switch back, neither of them will remember any of this, so the money won't matter. Jeff understands that after everything Arj has gone through, it makes sense he'd want this life. But taking someone else's entire life is going too far. Arj doesn't want someone else to suffer in his place, so he agrees to switch back, but only if he can stay like this for a few more days. Jeff accepts. During those days, Arj gives them no money, so Jeff has to earn his own. Gabriel has nowhere else to stay, so he stays with Jeff. To make money, they end up doing food deliveries. By the end of the night, they don't have enough even for a room and sleep in the car. Meanwhile, Arj decides he wants to take Elena to Paris for the weekend so that Jeff and Gabriel can't follow him. She's happy at first, but she just formed the union and doesn't want to walk away from it. Arj thinks that with all the money he has now, the union doesn't matter anymore and she shouldn't have to work. But Elena worked extremely hard for it, and Arj dismissing her effort hurts her. She becomes upset and leaves. Arj regrets it and keeps texting her while driving, but without Gabriel watching over him, he crashes. Gabriel tells Jeff that Arj is in a coma. Jeff panics. Gabriel goes to Martha for help, but she tells him he's been cut off. The only way he can get his wings back is if he manages to switch Arj and Jeff again. Jeff and Gabriel go to a restaurant. Gabriel has never eaten human food before. He takes a bite of a burger and immediately likes it.
There you go, you're a big boy, huh?
While Jeff works desperately to find a job, Gabriel becomes more comfortable living as a human and spends most of his time online. Jeff tells him he should get a job. Gabriel decides he wants to become a scientist, but ends up washing dishes in a restaurant. One day, Jeff gets a delivery order with the address of his own house. He rushes there and finds Arj awake. Jeff yells at him, but Arj says that after waking from the coma, he forgot some things and doesn't really know who Jeff is. Jeff goes to Gabriel and explains everything. Gabriel doesn't care anymore. Jeff becomes furious and wants to talk to God, but Gabriel tells him that is beyond his power. Things get even worse for Jeff because starting next week, most deliveries will be handled by robots, so his account gets shut down. Then, the police arrive and impound the car because of all the unpaid tickets. They desperately need money, and Jeff comes up with an idea. Today was supposed to be his birthday party, but since Arj is hosting it instead, they have a chance to sneak in and steal as many watches as they can. At the party, Arj sees Elena working catering because her campaign failed. Hours later, the party ends. Once the house is empty, Jeff sneaks toward the watches, but Arj shoots him. Jeff collapses in pain and Arj calls an ambulance. At the hospital, Arj admits that the whole memory loss story was a lie. He has suffered enough in life and didn't want to go back to that misery. Arj tells Gabriel he wants his original life back, but Gabriel says it doesn't work that way. Arj wants to switch back out of guilt, but the change can only happen if he genuinely wants it from his heart. Jeff is beyond frustrated. For now, the three of them stay together in the house. When they go out to eat, Arj sees Elena there. He invites her to come to a club with them. Gabriel has become surprisingly good at dancing and is having the time of his life, but suddenly he gets upset and walks out. Arj follows him to see what is wrong. Gabriel feels like a failure because he put both Arj and Jeff in such a terrible situation. Now he believes he will never be an angel again. Arj is terrified of returning to his old life, but this time he truly wants to. He has learned so much, and the biggest lesson is that he is not meant to live. Like Jeff, Gabriel becomes overjoyed and touches Arj's shoulder. Arj suddenly wakes up in the same parking lot where his car was towed. The next morning, Jeff finds a paid ticket in his house, even though he does not remember ever paying it. When Arj goes to get his car back, he sees that all his fines have been paid. Despite the future Gabriel showed him, Arj chooses a different path. And of course, there is still someone watching over him, Gabriel. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, you know what to do.